And welcome to Talk to Trev. I have got Gareth Reed and Jade Osner. Jade's just struggling to get in at the moment. Riddlebreak is from Joburg, Pretoria, progressive metalcore. Gareth is also in the band Human Nebula, which I did a podcast with a couple of weeks back. And he plays guitar and vocals in this one. And Jade, who's going to be joining us shortly, hopefully, is the vocalist. What is Jade's speaking voice like, Gareth?
I'll say it's very surprising compared to the way he sounds on the album.
As surprising as yours.
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay. Well, then I look forward to hearing his voice, because you guys and your fucking throat gravy and whatever else it is that you throw down your throats to sing like that. Jesus, something else. Okay, so Gareth, I wanted to ask whoever was going to be with me tonight. 2016 seemed to be the year for Riddlebreak, with the SAMMAs and all the awards and nominations and things like that. But what's happened since? Because it seems to sort of like just after 2016, kind of not really sort of out there anymore.
Yeah, since then, we've just been biding our time, playing some shows, trying to raise more money to put towards a fully fledged album, because Collapsar, it's more of an EP, and it's the only thing we've got out there at the moment. And since then we've done a few singles and music videos. Our latest one being Allegiant. You can go check that out on YouTube, and it's everywhere: Google Play, iTunes, Spotify. Yeah, what we were planning to do this year was to release this fully fledged album by June, funny enough. But with the lockdown, obviously that's taken a back seat. For now.
Okay, so is the album fully recorded?
It is not. We've done a couple tracks, but we haven't quite hit the halfway mark yet.
Okay, and those couple of tracks you've hit that I know are done is Allegiant is one of them, is that right?
Yep.
And Hog.
The Hog,
yes. Yeah. Those two can be heard. They'll probably be playing in the background somewhere throughout this podcast. And there's also, is it Allegiant that's also got a video?
Yeah, there's a music video for Allegiant, shot by Chris Fraser. So yeah, go check it out, it's pretty cool.
Okay.
I think so. What's up?
Hey! And Jade is in the house. How's it going, man?
Oh, good. Sorry, I just needed to find some headphones. But all is good.
Awesome.
Is it cold?
Yeah, is it cold up there?
Freezing.
Yeah, no, I think I've got 3 jackets on and 2 like really fleecy blankets around me. I'm old and I'm fucking freezing. But I am drinking a cold beer, so that's the plus side.
No, all good. I'm in full squat in front of the heater with the brandy and coke. So
That's the way to do it. Jade, I was asking Gareth about the vocals, because last time I did a podcast with Gareth was when he was with Human Nebula, the band, and I was like, what the fuck is with this guy's vocals? Like, his speaking voice doesn't sound anything like his singing voice. And you're exactly the same. What is it? What do you guys do to your throats?
You don't want to know.
No, what I do. That's what I'm asking. Does he also take the throat gravy?
He does.
Not as much as Gareth.
Okay. Yeah. So how did that happen, Jade? How did you? Because I know I've asked this to Gareth as well in the Human Nebula podcast. You can check it out as well. It's down there somewhere. But Jade, how did you start this singing sort of route? This whole sort of screamy voice, death growl.
It's weird. So as a teenager, I always used to listen to metal and see bands like Devil Driver, Slipknot, like all these old guys. And I thought that screaming was something you have to be old to do first. And then one day I was watching MTV at like 12 o'clock at night. There was some metal show, and it was Bring Me the Horizon that was on, and I think it was Pray for Plague. And I saw this dude and I'm like, this guy can't be that much older than me. Surely I can start doing this. So I first started by tearing my vocal cords apart by just screaming like an animal. And that's funny enough how I got into Riddlebreak as well. And then I think just over the years we've kind of found YouTube tutorials, we found the Melissa Cross tutorials. We've kind of like taught ourselves in a sense.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for way too long. That's the problem.
But what is your?
The way it is now.
Do you find like the end of a gig or something, your throat's fucked?
Oh no.
So it's total and utter control.
Yeah. Got to that point, but it took a while to get to that point. I think in the early days it used to hurt so bad. It needs to be out of commission about 1 or 2 days after a gig. But nowadays it really doesn't matter.
So
lose your voice.
Lose your voice. Yeah. Shit, bro. I don't know how you guys do it. I mean, I can hold a note or two, but yeah, it's just that there's what song is it? Off the album Collapsar that I got recently, and I was like, fuck, I love this album. It's so great. What is it? Your Faith Suffocates. And, and you do that thing in the beginning. And it's like, oh yes. That as soon as you do it, I was like, fuck yes, this song is going on my playlist. And then Rogue, it's like today, that was Your Faith Suffocates off the Collapsar album by Riddlebreak. Like, listen to that, and I was like, fuck, that's a great song. And then Live by the Sword, love that. And then today, I was going through the album a couple of times just to get my head into it, get into that headspace. And then Rogue, suddenly just like, Jesus, this is a great fucking song. And that's not gone into that's onto my playlist. And then the next one that's on my playlist now, as of today, is 0 Point Energy as well. So it's like 4 fucking songs out of 7 that I'll go straight into my metal playlist. I mean, how do you come up with this shit over and over again?
It's a collective effort. We all put in, like, it's no one person that writes everything. We all put in little bits from little bits, and it kind of just always works, I think.
Is it about finding the right person to sort of bounce ideas off, or can you do it with anybody?
I think having the right members plays a huge role. I practiced jammed in like factory bands where we just kind of got this vocalist because they're known, got this drummer because he's known, and it doesn't work. So, I think the fact that we all get along plays a huge role in our songwriting process. Julian, the lead guitarist, he studied contemporary jazz, so he is like the Albert Einstein in our band. He comes up with weird shit, weird time signatures, and he kind of brings it to the table, and then we just pepper it with our own flavors.
But you can hear it through Collapsar though, that there is weird timings. There's some not breakdowns, but sort of like mellow parts that suddenly just creep in that are just like, this is not metalcore. I mean, is this a thing that is common with metalcore, to have that sort of different element in it?
The only reason we even classified ourselves as metalcore is for the longest time people were just asking us to define what our genre was. Even we're still not sure. So we kind of put ourselves in that category, but we play everything. We have fun with our music. We go hard, we go slow. I would sing if I could, but that's a hell no from me. No, we're not particularly see ourselves as a metalcore band. It's just the name that people decided to give us.
That's a funny thing I was going to ask you. What is the difference between progressive metalcore and just normal metalcore? Is there even a difference?
I guess some people could argue that metalcore will fall into like a 4/4 time signature more often than not, and lots of triad chords. And I guess progressive metalcore is more dabbling with different time signatures and more intricate chords with add sevenths and add 11s.
It's like heavy metal jazz is basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
I just created a new genre. There we go.
There you go.
Patent pending. Thank you very much. I'll just take that up on myself.
We need to update our bio.
Progressive jazz metal. Yeah, there we go. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a great album. And while you were struggling to get in, Jade, I was asking Gareth about what's happened since 2016, because 2016 seemed to be a great year for you guys with the SAMMA awards and nominations and opening up for bands coming in and then it's sort of like you guys just kind of like went off the scene a bit almost. You were there, but just kind of off the scene. So in your eyes, what happened?
We were playing like every weekend for a full year, almost every weekend. And we kind of decided, didn't want to like oversaturate ourselves and play every venue every weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And that's kind of why we disappeared for a little bit, because we wanted to work on new music as well. And we never had time to do that because practice time is weekend.
Yeah. And on the outside of 2016, for about 6 years prior, it was like that. We gigged like almost every single weekend, which never gave us time to take a break and write new material. And we gigged the same set for a very, very, very long time, leading up to the release of Collapsar. In fact, a lot of those songs had been played over 3-4 years prior to the release. So all the people in our hometown were already quite familiar with the tracks, which I suppose helped get us nominated in the SAMMAs, because it was already very familiar by then. You can kind of call it a 3-year marketing promo plan. But Jade is right. After that, we decided to just hold back on playing the gigs because we went through a very, very, very long time of we just didn't say no. We didn't say no to any shows, whether it was for free or for charity or for a friend's birthday. We just said yes to everything, and I think the physical toll on that really started taking hold the longer we hung around.
The last time that Gareth, you and I spoke, we talked about being sort of like fit and healthy to be able to play. I'm not sure if it was you or with another band, but it just seems like a lot of bands nowadays are pushing to be fit and ready, stage fit, I should say, not fit, but stage fit.
Yeah.
You know, be able to play for that hour and a half or 2 hours or whatever the hell you want to play for, but just to be able to deliver it night and night and night and night, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely true. I mean, when we were all younger, you know,
How old are you?
Oh my word, tomorrow I'm turning 34.
Oh, for fuck. I'm nearly 50, man. Give me a goddamn break.
You have the voice of a 22-year-old.
That's what my wife says. That's what my wife says.
Okay.
Actually, that just sounded completely wrong.
Yeah. Oh my.
Song 0 Point Energy. That video. That's a rad fucking video, man.
Oh my word. It's a bit of a story. So this was right when the band just got together, and we had no money. So we found this film school where students had to make a video for their project, and we approached this girl. I won't name her.
I take it didn't end well then.
No, it got very complicated. So we had this idea of shooting in a bunker because 0 Point Energy lyrically has that vibe, you know. It was actually written about Halo, the game. Okay. So if there's any nerds out there. And after there was a lot of issues on set, lights blowing, so that's why the video is so incredibly dark.
Right. But it lends itself well. It gives it a great atmosphere.
To the girl's credit, you know, it was her first time, so there was a lot of problems on set, and we were kind of calling out friends on the day to come and help. When we got the video back, none of the audio was synced correctly to the footage.
Oh, God.
None of it.
It was just one angle. Shot in one angle, one frame. Yeah.
But it was clear footage, right? Because I'm gonna lead this to a story about my brother's band Lithium, but carry on.
Yeah, so there was a lot of issues. So basically what happened was I ended up having to go to the college and demanding the raw footage based on a thing we signed in a contract with her, saying, you know, if we weren't happy with it, we wouldn't like it to be released until we can do the best that we can with it. And then they didn't want to pass it over, which is fine. So then I said, look, I'll pay for it so that I can keep the ownership of the footage. Eventually the girl in the college was nice enough to hand over the project to us, and then Julian edited in all the scenes of the nuclear bombs and all the war footage. He got it off a royalty-free military website to kind of fill in the gaps, sync the audio a bit better, and for lack of a better word, we didn't really know how to be professional, and we just went ahead and released it.
Well, either way, you would never have known the story behind it, because looking at it, it looks like a great video, like rough and ready and, and edgy.
Awesome.
Thank you. In the end, it fucking worked. I mean, that's the main thing. But let me tell you a story about what happened to Lithium. Lithium played, this is 1994. They played at Battle of the Bands, and the main prize was a professionally shot video, and they won. And then we did a self concert at Fisher High School, and we had like 300, 400 kids there. And we said to the guy, well, look, we're doing this show to promote the band and, to say thanks to all the fans and underage shit and all that sort of thing. Why don't you come out and film it there? Perfect spot. Everybody's there. All the extras are there. There's nothing to do. Just film it. And he was on stage filming, and we had pyrotechnics going off and all sorts of shit. And a couple of months later, we get the video. The whole fucking thing was in green. Not a fucking shot of it could be used.
You could just sell like color correcting glasses with the video.
Like 3D glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, God, you could have shot anything
Oh,
over
man.
the green screen in the background. It's just absolutely ridiculous. But anyways,
Can I just say,
yeah.
I used to love Lithium.
Well,
When
don't say
I was
used to.
a teenager.
They're still relevant. They're still around. They are going to be doing new stuff. So just hang in there.
Awesome.
It's coming. It's coming. Don't worry.
Awesome.
I wanted to ask about you guys in 2018. You open up for 36 Crazy Fists and Fit for a King. What are the international bands like when you meet them?
36 Crazy Fists thought I was a girl until he met me. Like seriously, I get it a lot with
come
people.
on.
They hear my name
Really?
and they're like, no, they hear my name and they're like, Jade must be a girl. So as soon as I met him, he's like, you're Jade. And I was like, he's like, thought you were a woman. And that was all. That's all I got out of it.
Oh God. Okay. No, well, fair enough. I mean, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No,
Gareth,
it's
how was it for
pretty
you?
cool. I didn't really get to meet them, which is kind of like a high and by, and I tend to freeze up when important people are around. So I just kind of stand awkwardly in the corner, grinning like an idiot, and that's what I take away from the night. Like, oh, they looked at me. They may be filing a.
At least I didn't think you were a girl.
Yeah, they might be filing a restraint order against me, but at least they looked at me. But Gordon
dear.
and I got to hang with the bassist in the parking lot for Fit for a King right before their show, and I really got to say, down to earth, super approachable, and I think that goes for most people we've met. It's really humbling to know that these people are just regular folk doing the thing very well.
Is it a bit nerve-wracking, sort of like going up on stage and like, fuck, these people are yet to see 36 Crazy Fists or Fit for a King and not, they don't want to see me. They like, get off the fucking stage. We want these,
Yeah, and sometimes, I mean, it's a given. We go up there and there's like 15 or 20 people standing there because everyone's saving their energy for the big band. And it's not that we feel gutted by it because we do exactly the same. You kind of save your energy for the big band to come on stage, and while the other bands are jamming, you kind of have a peak, but you're busy saying hi to people and socializing. So it's definitely nerve-wracking, definitely.
Have you ever fucked up?
Oh yeah, my.
Oh yeah.
Go on.
We opened for Attila.
Oh,
and,
okay, wow.
My guitar just completely imploded.
Oh.
All the stuff inside just collapsed.
Oh.
And it was about 5 minutes into our set. So then there was like a very awkward silence for like 10 eternal minutes of just trying to fix my guitar on stage. No one had a 7-string in the tuning I play in. So it was very awkward. And there's people filming, and I'm like, oh god, this is gonna go on bloopers.
It's like telling jokes on stage, so it was just quiet.
Oh no! Did you clam up?
No, I tried to get people like going. I eventually got them to say when he got his guitar fixed, I got everyone to yell, "Well done, Gareth." So that was probably the highlight of the
Like, well done for the
Thanks, Jade. Thanks for that.
fucking. Don't make him feel like a twat any more than he felt on that night already.
Hey, I used the opportunity and I played off it, and it worked just fine. So it's okay.
Well,
you
one of us got something out of it.
Yeah. Okay, well, we got less than 10 minutes left already. Fucking hell. Thank you, Zoom, for keeping our time to like really limited. Is there anything else you want to run past what's happening with Riddlebreak, other than trying to decipher your fucking riddles? Jeez.
Oh yeah, I'm getting like Facebook messages from fans like with notepads with sums and equations on them of them trying to figure out what the actual thing is, and it's quite funny because they're all begging me to tell them. You
know what I do when I see that shit? I do one or two things. I either ignore it, or number two, I go straight to Google and like a dous, like put it in. Okay, for international audiences, dous means an idiot. Like a real idiot, I go to Google and put the shit in, and it's like Google throws me all sorts of crap back. I'm just, you know what? Honestly, I'm too old for this.
Don't worry, sometimes I Google my phone number, so.
You're a funny fucking guy, you really are, man. So what is it like having the girls in the band, eh? I was hoping the ladies would be representing tonight.
I'd say they keep us in line most of the time.
Do they tune your shit? Like,
they don't
stop acting like a stupid little boy. Let's get a move on, kind of thing.
No, not really. Like, they'll joke with us, but like, I don't know, they won't take our shit, basically.
Good.
And I think that's good. It keeps us
absolutely.
working.
Yeah, absolutely. And the whole violin thing in metalcore, is that heavy jazz? Is that a thing in metalcore normally?
No, not really. It's just Julian the one day. It was originally for 0.8. No, only for 0.8. It was for
I can't
something
remember.
sick. And yeah, no, we originally had a violinist on named Dave, and he used to play with Julian in Second Death.
Right.
And Julian wrote this guitar piece, and he actually just said that this piece would sound cool with violin. So we got him in on that song, and then ever since that song, we kind of added it to every song because it just makes us a little bit more unique.
It definitely is a unique sound, I have to say. It's almost like Viking metal kind of thing when you hear the violin. That's the way I see it, at least, because my heritage is Viking anyway. But it just stands out from the rest.
No, that's exactly what I like about it. It's also almost unexpected as well. That's kind of also why I really like the idea of having the violin in.
And what is the perfect potato salad?
Perfect potato salad.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own bacon bits. There we go.
Oh!
Crispy bacon bits.
Crispy bacon bits. Okay, there we go. You learn something new every day. All right, that's cool. I can
Without the potato or the salad. Just
yeah, basically, yeah. Screw the potato and the salad bits. Yeah, absolutely. Just go straight with the bacon. Right, that's awesome, dudes. Gareth and Jade from Riddlebreak. Collapsar is out. It is out on all the DSPs, the digital platforms, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Digital streaming platforms. There we go. And you can get that there and stream it to your heart's content. It's a great album. It's a progressive metalcore. I don't know. I'm still leaning towards progressive jazz metal.
We'll meet in the middle and call it Jazzcore.
There we go. Jazzcore. Heavy jazzcore.
Yeah.
Heavy jazzcore. There we
take
go. We'll take it. Yeah, own it. There you go. Change your bio. Get Devo to change it for you. Yeah, jazzcore. All right, cool guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and having a chat. And sorry that it's over so quickly. I'm sure we'll do another one.
Yeah.
And when the next album comes out, whenever that's going to be, hopefully it's going to be this year.
Doubt it. With everything that's happening at the moment, very much doubt it.
Okay,
but we never know. We could see.
But there are two songs, Allegiant and The Hog, that are off the forthcoming album.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, that people can hopefully hear some of it in the background, and can they get it anywhere? Can they listen to it anywhere?
Also, every streaming platform.
Right.
Both
Awesome.
singles.
Okay, there you go, guys. Go to everything in the description below. Will be all the links to everything that Riddlebreak does. Gareth, Jade, thank you so much for taking the time out to chat to me. And
thank you so much.
Metal on, man.
Thank you so much, man.
Alrighty, it's my absolute pleasure. Metal on and be safe.
All good. Stay warm.
Alrighty, cheers.
All right, cheers.